Let's head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one about the whole Roger Goodell decision and relative to the owners as well.
Calling out of Cleveland, Ohio. Just want to speak on the owners. I don't understand how Washington admitted everything that they did, and the owner of the NFL won't go after the owner of Washington. And Deshaun Watson is allegation. Even the judge, a civil judge for 25 years, 2 indictments got throughout. People need to understand the significance of indictment. You don't just get out of indictment, especially in Texas. With that being said, carry on.
All right, as always, appreciate all the voicemails. And again, the NFL, my guess is going to try to address its lenience with owners in the upcoming months, years, and the like, because it has been pointed out in this case that they haven't been. And I think you're starting to see that with the way they dealt with Stephen Ross, the owner of the Dolphins.
Yeah, I think that's got to be step number one, obviously, is what they did with Stephen Ross, suspending him almost the same amount of time as Deshaun Watson's initial suspension was. I think it ends the day after Deshaun Watson's six-game suspension that was originally issued to him was expected to end. So that's step one in the process. We know from the CBA and all the things that have come on the past few months that owners are supposed to be held to a higher standard than players. Obviously, that hasn't happened to this point, and that would be, if this goes to court, an argument that, you know, the NFL players could possibly make is, well, why these owners did all these different things, and why all of a sudden do they get nothing, but Deshaun Watson gets a massive, massive suspension? I'm not trying to downplay anything Deshaun Watson was accused of and sued up in civil court. I'm not downplaying that by any stretch, but if you're talking in the issue of fairness, at some point that has to come into play right there. And it comes down to potentially arbitrary decision-making by the NFL, and you have to uphold a standard of no one is above the rule of the NFL, that if you violate the code, no matter who you are, there should be some sort of punishment involved. It doesn't matter if you're a third stringer on the practice squad or if you're an owner, one of the 5 richest owners in the NFL, for example. Everybody's got to be held accountable.